Hello, we are all going to see some rain at some stage of the week ahead, though not a washout. There'll be drier, brighter moments too. Last week we had some significant rainfall, particularly across western parts of Scotland into Snowdonia, the Cumbrian Fells, decent dose for Northern Ireland as well, whereas much of East Anglia and South East England just a couple of millimetres out there. Now, the next 5 days showing the rain to come, and a lot of that still into some of the same wettest areas in the west, and not as much as last week, but the tendency for perhaps some decent rain to come towards southern areas later in the week as the position of weather systems shifts a little bit further south.
A very good afternoon to you. Breezy with bright skies out there for many of us today. Some decent autumn sunshine before the cloud thickens up and rain moves its way in from the north and the west.
Hello there. Well, for many of us, it was a beautiful start to the day this morning.
Hello, good evening. It's been a stunning autumn weekend with a lot of blue sky and sunshine around, as captured by our weather watchers in Kingston and in Highgate. There will be more sunshine on offer too as we head through next week at times.
Evening. What a difference a day makes, particularly to Scotland and Northern Ireland, where the rain has been marching in, the strong to gale force winds pushing it gradually eastwards now into western fringes of England and Wales, and that process will continue through this evening and overnight. There certainly will be some dry weather, Charlotte, in the coming few days. There has been a lot of dry weather this weekend, but we need to remember that for England and Wales, September was the first month since back in February when we had a smidgen above average rainfall. We need many more months like that. And October, barely any rain really in the south in comparison with what's happening further north. Capel Cirrig having had half its October rainfall already in a week, and more than that for parts of Scotland and Northern Ireland. And that's where the rain's been falling through the day as well today. And it will continue to do so in the north and west over the coming couple of days. Midweek on really, but by the end of the week, there is the sign that we'll see some much needed significant rain further south too.
A very good evening to you. Increasingly windy and wet for many of us in the next few hours. Rain working its way from north to south overnight ahead of brighter skies and autumn sunshine making a return tomorrow.
Hello again. Hope you've all had a lovely Sunday so far. Well, we have got plenty more lovely autumnal weather in the forecast as we go through the next few days. However, do have a bit of rainfall to deal with as we edge overnight tonight, but that moves out of the way quite quickly as we move into Monday. So plenty of sunshine to start the new working week, but we are still talking about some fairly chilly nights.
Hello, a fine afternoon for much of England and Wales. Rain across Northern Ireland and moving through more of Scotland as the day goes on, and with that it's quite windy as well.
What a difference a day makes. It's been thoroughly wet across parts of Scotland and Northern Ireland. Not only wet, but very windy as well, with gales and gusts around 60 miles an hour. It's all tied in with this deep area of low pressure, the tightly packed isobars, this massive cloud bringing you the rain southwards as we go through this evening and overnight.